What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Tanner Wilkenson podcast. I'm, of course, joined by Tim Gatman. Tim, say what up.
What up?
Todd, say what up.
Hey, guys. How we doing? I just got my second dose of the Pfizer pack. I'm smoking that tonight, so we're feeling great.
What a start. What a start. And this is an episode tonight. We got a big one. It is our college football start of season kind of preview show. We're going to tell you what's going to happen so you don't even have to worry about watching the season, because we're all going to be right.
Exactly.
Let's just jump right into this. We're going to go through our top 25, our conference champions, who's in the Final Four and who we think is going to win, and then some of our Heisman finalists. So we got a big episode. We might have to cut this into 2 episodes, or we do like a mega episode.
Yeah.
That's for later. But I'll start off with our top 25. I think we should do 25 through 21 together and then go all the way. Like I do 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, and then I pass it to somebody else. Because these don't really need explanations. These aren't big time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at 25, I got Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State was kind of just a team I wanted to put in there because they were right around that range, and it's a Big 12 team, so a little bit of bias, but we had to put them in there. 24, I got Washington. I don't really know much about UW, but their win total over-unders at 9, so that's a lot. So I had to put them in the top 25, obviously. Number 23, I have the Utes of Utah. They got a bunch of transfers. Charlie Brewer, and Oklahoma. They have a couple Oklahoma transfers, I think. So that's cool. But yeah, I don't know much about them. They're in the Pac-12. That's Stodd's region. 22, I have ULL, the University of Louisiana Lafayette, the Ragin' Cajuns. Correct. They go to Austin, Texas to play the Longhorns early in the season. I think that game is actually going to be a pretty interesting one. And last one for me, 21, I have Coastal Carolina. I think they're just like ULL, just the group of 5 team that's gritty and gutty. Let's see. Tim, you want to go through your 25 through 21?
So 25, I have Ole Miss. I have a lot of the same teams as Tanner did, but just kind of scattered around. Ole Miss, I think their quarterback, I can't remember his name, Matt Corral. I think he's supposed to, and I like Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin's pretty, and I think they'll be able to score a lot, so they'll be interesting. Arizona State, just between Arizona State and Oklahoma State here. And so it was either one of those two. I just picked Arizona State. Utah, I have at 23. 22, I have Texas. Both those, I think that they're, I don't know. Like you were talking about with Utah, they have transfers coming in, and then Texas is able to recruit well, but who knows? They also have Sarkisian, they're about where they should be with their hype. And then Louisiana Lafayette, I think, is 21. For me. Yeah, so that's mine.
All right. I mean, yeah, we got ULL, Utah. I mean, I had Arizona State probably as like the 26th best team. They were like ranked 25 in the AP. So, Stodd, what you got? What you got 25 through 21?
Yeah, 25, I'm starting off with Arizona State from the Pac-12, of course. At 24, I've got Auburn. I think they'll be ranked. I think they will be ranked come week 3 or 4 if they're not ranked by week 2, because they're not ranked right now, but I think they will be pretty soon. At 23, I have Coastal Carolina. I got to put a group of 5 team in there, and they were pretty good last year. They returned a lot of bodies. At 22, I was kind of a toss-up between Penn State or Washington, but I'm going to go with Penn State here at 22. I mean, they weren't really all that good last year during the COVID year, and they're ranked in the coaches and the AP, but so I'm putting it a little lower because I don't think they're going to be as good. And hey, Auburn and Penn State play each other like pretty early, so that could be a good game. And then at 21, I have Texas. Steve Sarkisian can't win, so.
I mean, I Texas is too good to not. They are too talented to not be good.
We'll
That's all I'm
see.
gonna
I mean,
they're just too talented at quarterback
I don't know.
and running back, and yeah, they are.
If you can't win with Matt Barkley, who the fuck can you win with?
That's true. That's what they always say. If you can't win with Matt Barkley, who can you win?
Well, he was pretty good. But I hear you. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm not drinking the Texas Kool-Aid just yet.
I think I am. Let's go through 20 through 16. At number 20, I got LSU. I only have ranked them this low because their quarterback just got hurt. So
Miles Brennan did?
I think so.
Oof.
It was either him or Max Johnson, one of them
that sucks.
So I'm pretty sure the guy who got hurt was the starter. So I'm just like, I don't trust that. They're my number 20 team. 19, State Penn. I don't know. Like they're going to be right in this 22 to 16 range probably the whole year. You know, they're just kind of be like that one Big Ten team that's just there. 18, I have Texas. Like I said, I think they're just too talented to be bad, so I put them at 18. 17, I have Iowa, not Iowa State.
Okay, I was like, whoa, that's a shocker.
Not Iowa State. Yeah, Iowa. They're gonna win all their home games probably, just because that's kind of what they do, and then that's gonna leave them in a good spot. So they're gonna be like right there. And 16, I have USC. I think this is fair spot for USC. You know, they return a lot of people. I think they're gonna be right there in the Pac-12. But yeah, Tim, what do you
got? I have Washington at 20. I don't really know a lot about them, but I think they're probably right around there. Coastal Carolina at 19. They also have a weird thing. They had no one miss games last year. So I think they may take a step back this year, but for now I'm going to have them there. LSU, kind of same thing with them. I think if they have a bad year this year, Ed Orgeron's probably on the hot seat if he's not fired this year.
I will say College Football Insider Chris Wilkenson has been saying the same thing. So I think both of you guys have the same source.
I don't know. I mean, it's just how he had the natty, but if you have, it's just trending downwards. They have a bad year this year, it's been worse and worse. It's been clear.
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. It was Is it a fluke? Maybe. Was it a lot of the offensive coordinator who's at the Panthers? I can't think of his name.
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady, yeah.
Yeah. Was it a lot of Joe Brady just having Joe Burrow and an unreal cast around him?
Yeah.
Was it just that? Was it just the culmination of everything?
Yeah, because especially early on, their defense wasn't particularly good. It was kind of just their offense was unreal, and then their defense kind of caught up with them as the year went on. But I don't know. They've had the concerning thing is this is when Ed Orgeron's been in charge too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not recruiting. Yeah. 17, I have Penn State. Kind of what you were saying. I think they're right around in that range. They'll just be the Big Ten team that probably hangs out in the teens. And then Iowa at 16 and that's I don't know. Iowa's good, and I don't know. They're just always tough. They'll beat the Gophers every year. So
they will.
All right. At 20, I'm going to go with Utah. I think they'll be contenders in a semi-interesting Pac-12 South. I mean, it's kind of just them USC and Arizona State battling out. So I think that'll be interesting. So I'll put them up there. They returned a lot of production. We'll see. At 19, I have who did I have? Oh, I had Iowa at 19. I think they'll be pretty good this year, and I think they'll be ranked. At 17, I have Miami, which is kind of low. I've seen a lot of polls that have Miami like pretty high. Oh wait, sorry, 18. My bad. Dyslexia.
I was about to say, I was like, I don't know if
Yeah, no, my bad. No, at 18, sorry. At 18, I have the Miami Hurricanes. I think they'll be good, but I see them still like weirdly losing a few games or like a game or two they should definitely not lose.
100%.
So
They're Miami.
I have them there. So I don't think they're like some polls have them as high as like 12. I don't really see it, but hey, prove me wrong. And then at 17, I have USC. I don't think they're going to be as good either. For bias reasons aside, I think they choke with all the talent they have. And then at 16, I have Wisconsin, the Badgers.
Ooh, you have Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I did miss. What'd you say for 20?
Utah.
The Utes.
The Utes, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I like your list. I mean, I don't know. I have Wisconsin a little higher, I think, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Wisconsin and USC are kind of hard for me to read. So those ones you could definitely put anywhere, I feel like, from like 17 as high up to like 13, 12. I wouldn't shame you.
Yeah. Let's see. 15, I have Florida. I got Florida at 15.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't trust their coach, and I just don't think they're there yet.
They're getting a lot of hype on their quarterback, like Emory Jones. Is he that good?
I don't know. He threw up against Oklahoma, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, actually threw up.
Well,
So,
Kyle Trask did too.
Everyone was. It was our defense. Come on, man.
Yeah.
14, I have Indiana. They return Penix, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they return Ty Fryfogle, so they're interesting. I think they'll give Ohio State a game this year. At 13, I have the U. I think the U's back. Not like winning a national championship back, but back to being like okay. So I have them at 13. I'm getting a lot of U hype from my sources. That's all I'll say. At 12, I have Oregon. Bit contentious because Stod is a big Oregon fan, but I don't know. I think Oregon's fine there. Prove me wrong, like Stod said. Prove me wrong. Let me make me put you in the top 10. Beat Ohio State. 11, I have North Carolina, who later on might shock you what I say about North Carolina later on when we talk about conference champions. But yeah, those are my 15 through 11. So, Tim, what you got?
I have USC at 15. I just think I don't like USC all that much. I hope they lose, but yeah. IU, kind of what you were saying. I think Penix is going to have a really good year. If he can stay healthy, that's kind of the big question. 13, I have Miami. De'Aaron or King, I can't remember his first name. Their quarterback is like
De'Aaron King.
Yeah, he's like hyped to be a Heisman contender, but I don't know. We'll see. I have 12 at Florida. Their quarterback is also really hyped, like you were talking about. We'll see. And then 11, I have Notre Dame. I think they're a little high in the initial, and they're definitely not a top 10 team. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Team
I mean,
bashing.
they have a new offensive line, new quarterback. Like their defense should be pretty good, but they're offensively it's a question mark. I think there are questions.
All right. I feel.
All right. At 15, I have Washington. Decided to be generous to them. Friend of the friend of the pod and friend of Max, Jack Westover, fullback. I have to root for him a bit. The only guy I'll ever root for you,
yeah,
Dub.
Westover, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry for putting you at 24, but
yeah, hey,
I can't trust the Huskies. I bet on them all the time and I always lose. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, I've got Indiana at 14 too. We've got a clean sweep across the board there. All three of us have them there.
That is clean.
And then I have LSU at 13, a little high, but we'll see. I think they're back a bit. Maybe not all the way, but they're back a bit, I think. Well, I didn't also, to be fair, though, before I made LSU 13 before you told me that their quarterback may be out. So whatever, we ride.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then
that also
12,
might be fake. That also might just be something that's not true. I don't know.
That is true. At 12, I had no, I don't know. It could be real, could be fake. I don't know. At 12, I had Cincinnati. Slow down, everybody. Slow down. Slow down on these Bearcats. Slow down. And then at 11, I had as well the Tar Heels.
Clean sweep.
They also just pulled off the number 4 overall player and the number 2 defensive tackle, 5-star, the other day in recruiting for their next class. So that's pretty big time.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
How long is Mac Brown realistically going to be there, though? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. He reminds me of Papa Jim. He's just going to be there until he's not there.
Yeah.
I think for our top 10, we should just go like power ranking order where we go across the board.
Okay.
So at number 10, I have Wisconsin. I don't know. I think Wisconsin will be a top 10 team. They're just going to run it down your throat like they always do, and they're probably going to win their division in the Big Ten. Tim, what do you got?
10, I have Wisconsin too. Same kind of reasons. They'll also beat yeah, that's why.
Yeah. You know why? You got the reasons. Everyone knows the reasons. It's the only reason that Wisconsin's good. They're big O line and they're just going to run it down your throat.
And I have Notre Dame. I see them sniffing the top 10. I think they'll be pretty good again this year. Is it? I don't know how I don't know this for sure, but Tim, I'm assuming they're not ACC schedule anymore, right? They're back independent.
Yeah, they're back independent. They play with teams again, though.
I think they'll fare pretty well with that.
Yeah, they have an easy schedule this year. Next year's hard, but this year's pretty easy.
At number 9, I have Notre Dame. I mean, you guys have an All-American, a preseason All-American at tailback, so just feed them the ball and let them go to work, and you're probably going to finish top 12. You know?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Our O-line, our O-line is pretty good. It's always good, but it's new this year.
What do you got for 9, Tim?
Oregon. I have Oregon at 9. I'm excited to watch Justin Flo and Noah Sewell play together along with Kayvon. Offensively, I think they have a few question marks just around their quarterback, but their defense I think will be pretty good with their front 7 I think will be pretty solid, and then their cornerbacks. Don't you guys have a really good cornerback?
Yeah, we have a first rounder next year, Mikael Wright.
Yeah, so I think they'll have a decent pass coverage, and I think they'll be good. 2
of our starters / rotational players just got suspended indefinitely for shooting BB guns at people. So we ride though. He'll be back by game 2. Mario Cristobal is going to give him a slap on the wrist against Fresno State, and then he's like, "Hey, listen, it's Ohio State week. Suit up."
Hey, at least you didn't get 3 players kicked off the team.
Yeah, that's true.
No one committed an armed robbery on your team.
Yeah.
Or at least they didn't get caught with
this year. Chip Kelly, it was a bad house, but whatever.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly.
At number 9, I have Florida Gators. I think they're going to be good. I like their schedule too.
All right. Concise. I like it. Number 8, I have, if I can get it to go. I have Iowa State. I'm seeing a lot of Iowa State hype, and I don't like it. I'm not scared of Iowa State. I'm more scared of Oklahoma State and Texas than I am Iowa State. How about that?
I can maybe see the Texas argument, but are you really more scared of the Oklahoma State Cowboys than Iowa State?
We
really?
have to go to Oklahoma State, full crowd bedlam. That's a tougher game than Iowa State at home. That's all I'm going to say. And I think I think Texas is going to beat out. No, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Tim, 8.
8, I have Cincinnati. I hate I really hope Notre Dame beats them this year. Otherwise, I'm going to be really embarrassed. Yeah, but I think they're a bit overhyped. They lost their D coordinator. Actually, came to Notre Dame, so it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see them, and I'm excited for that game. I think it'll be a good one.
All right, yeah, Tim or Stod.
At 8, I have Oregon. Finally, leaving my bias aside, that's as high as I'll let them go before week 1. But after week 3, they'll be top 5. Remember that. So for now, we'll put them there.
If they win, I don't have any issue with that. I do not. At number 7, I have Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's going to be good. I think they might go undefeated, but you don't get into the playoff because you're Cincinnati. So you're going to stay right at 7 and be happy about it, Cincinnati. Tim, who you got at 7?
Texas A&M. Kind of preying on their downfall. I'm a big Texas A&M fan. But
is that the next clip?
Maybe. Maybe. I'm not that. I mean, we'll see.
Ampersand you.
What?
Ampersand you. That's what this little and sign is. It's an ampersand. Ampersand University, Failure.
Yeah. But I think they'll be all right. I think I see a lot of talk online on like Twitter and Reddit from Mississippi State fans about how like this is the year. So, or Texas A&M fans. Texas A&M.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Brandon Walker was getting rowdy on Reddit.
No.
Who's your 7th?
Oh, it's the Cyclones. I was going to put Oregon there, but purely off the fact that they beat us in the Fiesta Bowl last year, I feel like that'd be a little too biased.
First of all, they didn't beat you; they stomped you.
Whatever.
They mollywhopped you.
Javon Holland.
They mollywhopped you.
Whatever. That's where I'm putting them for now, but I don't think they'll be there for very long. I don't think they're like that good.
Yeah, I mean, I think they fumble once in the Big 12. That's not.
I feel like the loss of Chuba is going to be pretty big. Oh, wait, no, Chuba went to Oklahoma State. Never mind.
They have Breece Hall still. Breece Hall's good.
That's what I'm thinking of. Never mind. He's still there. Never mind.
They still have huge tight ends.
Yeah, they always have huge tight ends. They have trees. Never mind. We're not talking about this. We're done with Iowa State. At 6, I have
screw them.
Texas A&M. They'd be a lot better and a lot higher up if they had Kellen Mond still, but he's on the Vikings now, so they stay at 6 for me. Tim?
I have Iowa State at 6. I think they'll they'll lose to Oklahoma, and then I can definitely see them losing again. But for there, I think they'll be. I think they, like you said, I think Breece Hall will have a really good year. So, and they have a good coach, I think, in Campbell.
I also have Texas A&M at 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel comfortable putting them any higher. So,
yeah, they're not better than the 5 teams above them.
They're just not a top 5 team. So
they're not. They're not.
Them.
Not with these teams. At 5, I have the Clemson Tigers. I have Clemson at 5 because new quarterback, new running back, and I mean they always are. It's a revolving door at D line for them, but they just keep applying 5 stars, so that'll be fine. But a lot of new pieces, and I just think this is not really a down year because they're going to get like 11 wins probably. So not counting bowl games and championships. So it'll be fine, I guess. Tim, who do you have at 5?
Ohio State. I think they start off the year there. Fields had a lot of he was really good for them. So Strout has a lot of big shoes to fill there. And then they also have the Gophers on a Thursday night that just streams trap game. Gophers coming out in the all black uniforms too. So can't wait for them to be down like 56-7, and it's just like they came to mountain.
Stroud has 7 touchdowns and has already put himself in the Heisman race.
Yeah, just
to get mollywopped next week.
Who do you have at 5?
Yeah. I have Ohio State as well. I don't want to put them any higher. So with Quinn Ewers on that team, you're never sniffing my top 4.
Quinn Ewers beef continues.
Quinn Ewers.
More like Quinn Ewers, am I right? Let's go to number 4. I have Ohio State. Yeah, if they beat Oregon, if they beat Oregon, then they'll move probably like 2 or 3. So they're right there at 4. They got to win to move up.
I have Georgia at 4. I think they'll be good. They always recruit well, so they'll be interesting to see. JT Daniels looked pretty good at the end of last year, so we'll see how he does this year. They always have a lot of hype, so we'll see.
I've got Clemson at my 4. As much as I want to put them higher because I'm a big DJU guy, I got to be realistic with my expectations here. I think it's going to take a few weeks, few games for them to get, all sorted and all figured out. So I'm not going to put them at 1 or 2 yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're ranked 2 by like week 8 or 9 if they're just doing what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. At 3, I'm going to go with Georgia, just based on how talented they are. Their roster are all 4 or 5-star pretty much. So they're like the most talented team, but they have Kirby Smart as their coach. So that's a hindrance.
Yeah.
So they stay at 3 for me. Tim, who's your 3rd?
Clemson. I think they're going to I think DJ will be really good. Like you said, I think it'll take a couple weeks, but they also play in the ACC, so it's fine if it takes a couple weeks. It's not. Don't they play Georgia at the beginning of the year? Ooh.
Georgia week 1.
Yeah. Oh, that is a tough one. We'll see. I think DJ looked really good in the 2 games that he played last year. So I think it'll be interesting. Their defense, I think they return. I think their starting safety was a captain, and then their starting linebacker. And then they obviously have like all the Clemson coaches and the revolving door of D linemen. So I think they'll be good again this year. That Georgia game, that was a big test right away. So we'll see.
It is indeed. Stott, who do you have?
I have Georgia as well at 3. I think JT Daniels is legit. I'm buying my stock on JT Daniels. I think he's going to be pretty good. I could see him having a Fromm-esque year that Fromm had when they went to the Natty.
Yeah, I mean, not having Pickens hurts, but yeah, I'm sure there's another 5-star, and they have that like 5-star tight end, right? Don't they have?
Yeah, they have that tight end who's like 6'8", 6'7".
They'll be okay. They could arguably just put Gilbert. I think his name's like Art Gilbert.
Yeah,
they could just put him out.
LSU, right?
Yeah, they could just put him out wide and just say do what Pickens did. You could probably do it the same.
Yeah, just tell him to watch film of Gronk.
Yeah. At 2, I have the Oklahoma Sooners. I am non-biasedly putting them at 2 because I said when we were ranking quarterbacks, Tom Brady's like Nick Saban. If he wins the championship the year before, he has to be number 1. So and I haven't said Alabama yet, and they
You stayed
definitely
true to your
made
word.
I did, and they're still in my poll. So, Tim, who do you have it to?
I also have OU. I think they'll be good again. I think they'll be really good this year. Be interesting to see if Rattler doesn't play well. They have a backup in Caleb Williams, who's a 5-star who can play if needed. So, and their D line, I think I always like to talk about D linemen. Their D line's really good. So, Winfrey in the middle is pretty sick. I do love a good D tackles are cool. I love D tackles.
I will say I'll go more in depth about Oklahoma when we talk about conference championships. But Stod, who do you have it to? I assume
I also have the Sooners.
that's what I was gonna assume.
Maybe this is the season where it's officially all put together on all facets, all on every side of the ball. We'll see. We will see.
And we all have the same top two, so that means I would assume, unless someone has Alabama unranked going into this season.
Nah, but I will be honest. I did almost have a ranking where I had Alabama third, Georgia 1, but I was like, no. They ain't ready for that.
That would be pandemonium. Absolute cat. That would be madness.
I was like, I don't have time to try and convince myself of this.
Yeah, you'd have to do so much like research to just try and find any little stats that you can use to back you up, and you're like, that's not.
Because they'll probably play and like Bama will win like 50 to like 27 or something stupid.
Yeah, you just remember that like Saban's never lost to an assistant, and he just keeps beating everybody. All right, well, check out.
Pretty
I think
good,
we're gonna
top 25s.
Yeah, pretty good. Check out the Tanner Wilkenson podcast Instagram page, because I think I'm gonna make a couple graphics for this. I have our top 25s up. But yeah, go check that out. There's gonna be clips up there too. We're gonna go to our conference champions. Yeah, let's do that. For the ACC, I am going with Clemson over Miami. I think the U's back, and I think they beat North Carolina this year. So I think that puts them in the ACC championship game, and they get to be the ones that lose to Clemson instead of Notre Dame or North Carolina. Tim, who do you have winning the ACC?
I have Clemson, and it'll probably be between, I think, UNC or Miami, like you were talking about. I think UNC could be pretty good this year, but I think they lost a lot of production last year. I think they lost both the running backs, and then I think they had a couple really good receivers, and I think they lost at least one. So we'll see how they do.
I've got Clemson beating, UNC as well. I do think they'll beat Miami. I think it'll be them. I think that Miami UNC game is going to be like winner goes, or winner will go to the ACC championship.
Yeah, most likely. For the Big Ten, I have Ohio State over Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin definitely comes out of their whatever division it is. I think it's pretty weak looking at it. Like, I don't think Northwestern's going to be very good this year. Like, I think they could win like 10 games and win their conference or win their division.
Yeah.
Tim, who do you got?
I have Ohio State also over Wisconsin. I think kind of like you were saying, Ohio State, I think, is going to probably beat Penn State in like a semi-close game, and then they'll smash Michigan like they always do at the end of the year. They'll just be and the Oregon game's an out-of-conference game, so it doesn't really matter for the conference. So interesting to see.
I hate to follow the group, but I do have the same matchup as well. I have Ohio State beating Wisconsin. And I have it as a sense where, like, I could see Wisconsin going into this game, like, literally ranked, like, 22, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're, like, 9-3 or, like, whatever, 9-2, 10 10-3 when they go to the game, whatever it would be. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Their division just isn't as good as
Yeah,
what
because
a
Michigan
Big Ten
State
division should be.
Michigan State's in it, right?
Yeah.
They're
No,
having some downtime. They're not.
No.
You-
Hold on.
Is it just like Maryland then and Rutgers and shit?
no, it's like Iowa, Wisconsin. It's like Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska.
So Michigan State's on the Ohio State side.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense because Michigan State and Iowa played a Big Ten championship a few years ago. So that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that one year that Ohio State was just real.
On to the Big 12. You know, my conference of knowledge. I'm going with Oklahoma, obviously, over Texas. Oklahoma pulls off the double Red River rivalry victory this year and beats Texas in the conference championship game. I'm just going to say, like I was going to say in our top 25, I just think Iowa State isn't that good. I think they're a little overhyped. I think last year they benefited off playing Oklahoma early without two of their better players. And I think if Oklahoma played them at the end of the year, they would have won both games. They would have won the conference championship and Iowa State. I think they fumble once throughout. I think maybe they lose to Texas. Maybe they lose to Oklahoma State. And I think Texas probably maybe loses one or two games in the conference. So I got Texas going to the championship just to lose to Oklahoma. Tim, what do you think?
I got OU over Iowa State. I think Iowa State will probably. I think Texas will lose more than Iowa State. I don't think Texas will be super good, so that's why. I think OU will win though, probably handily. So.
Yeah, I have Oklahoma over Iowa State as well. I'll be taking the points with Oklahoma. I don't think it'll be very close either.
On to Stod's main conference, the Pac-12. Stod, what do you think I'm going to go with here?
You're going to go with USC or Utah over Oregon.
You're wrong. It's Oregon over USC. I was going to say USC over Oregon, but then I remembered Oregon doesn't lose to USC.
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth.
And I think USC will be the team that comes out of their division, and Oregon doesn't lose to USC, so it's Oregon over USC. That's just how it works. Tim, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be like maybe Arizona State could make a push, but yeah, USC definitely has the best talent, just recruitment wise. So it'll probably be Oregon over USC in a probably dominant game.
I have Oregon against USC as well. Hell, we can play it in the Coliseum like we did last year. It won't matter. We'll beat them again. We'll do it again. It is what it is. Clay Helton can't beat the Quackers. He never will. So keep on extending him. Keep him on the hot seat. I don't care. Keep recruiting your 5 stars. I don't care. We'll beat you again. So I got that over them for sure.
That was like a wrestling promo. That was awesome.
Yeah, UFC call out.
Oh, I will flame them any day of the week.
For the SEC, I have Alabama over Georgia. They're just clearly the two most talented teams, so they'll be there in the end. Tim, who do you think?
Yeah, Alabama, Georgia. I don't see either. I think both those teams will win their divisions, and then Bama will just roll like usual.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Bama over Mizzou. No, I'm just kidding. I've got Bama over Georgia. So sorry, Mizzou people. I'm so sorry. That was such a low-hanging fruit jab. It had to be said, though. Sorry. I've got Alabama over Georgia. Probably like 49-24, something stupid.
Yeah, you kind of just –
It'll be like 24-21 Georgia at half, and then Bama will house the kick return, block a punt, do what they do. And then before you know it, they're up like 2 touchdowns, 3 going into the 4th.
Justin Fields will line up as a punt blocker like he did that one year for some reason. Let's move on to our final 4. I think we should just do all our final 4 in order.
Okay.
At 4, I'll just do this. At 4, I got Georgia. I think they go undefeated because I don't think they play Bama this year. Tim, can you quote me on that?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
I got Georgia because I think they just run the table. I think they beat Clemson week 1 and then lose to Bama in the SEC championship game.
Yeah,
so
Bama.
So I think they go undefeated into Bama and then lose to Bama. And since they already beat Clemson, I think they get in over Clemson. Ohio State, I have also running the table and going undefeated. I think that the Big Ten is kind of down this year compared to how good they have been. And I think Ohio State is just as good as, if not better, talent-wise. So going with them. And then Bama, I don't know. I want to put Bama 1, but it doesn't fit the narrative of Oklahoma beating 2 SEC schools to win a national championship. So I had to put them 2 in order for it to fit my narrative in the story. So then I have Oklahoma going number 1. And I kind of spoiled it because I have Oklahoma over Bama. I think Oklahoma beats Georgia, Alabama beats Ohio State, and then Oklahoma beats Bama in the national championship. And if that happens, I will streak the columns. I said it today that if we beat 2 SEC schools, I will streak the columns. And now it's on podcast, so I have to do it. I probably will not do it.
It's written in history now.
Yeah. I might have. We'll clip it. We'll clip this for later. Worst case scenario. Tim, what do you think? What do you got?
I have. Oh, they dropped the Spider-Man trailer, but I just saw that. I was on Twitter and I just saw the tweet.
It was leaked last night and people started freaking out.
Yeah, I know. They officially dropped it like an hour ago.
All right, so after this, we'll just live reaction of it. That's
live
like the bonus episode at the end.
Yeah, let me get a few cheeches in for this.
Okay. Yeah. But I have Georgia at 4, like you said. I actually think they'll hold Bama kind of tight in the SEC championship, and they'll be undefeated. So it'll kind of be like, well, we got to give it to them. Because I have OU at 3. I think, I don't know. I think the other 2 teams, I think they'll just be. I mean, I think they'll probably be in the championship, if not win it. I got Clemson at 2, and then I got Bama at 1. So that's kind of how mine goes. I think a lot of those teams are just interchangeable, to be honest. It kind of just depends on who you want to wear.
You have a 1-loss Georgia team or a 2-loss Georgia team?
No, it wouldn't be a 2-loss Georgia team. That's true. They wouldn't be in. No, we'll sub Ohio State for them. So we'll just make it on the fly. Ohio State. So the Ohio State, Bama, and then Clemson, OU. I think OU probably wins out of that, and then Bama probably wins out of Ohio State, Bama. So we get OU, Bama, and the Natty.
And who wins it? Who's your Natty? Who's your national champion?
That's tough. I'm gonna go with OU right now. Gotta see how Bryce Young plays. They have a true freshman. He hasn't played a snap yet. Quarterback's an important position, so gotta see how he plays before we can just decree that Bama. But they should be good again.
Don't hate it. I like it. It's my predictions. Tim's predictions. Todd, what's your prediction?
At 4, I have 1-loss Clemson. I think they're going to get their way. I think their game against UNC is going to be like win and you're in kind of scenario. I don't know if it'll be down to both Clemson and UNC, like winners in. I don't know if UNC will be like that good going into it, but I think there's a potential like if Clemson loses, they're out because I think they're already going to lose to Georgia. So 2-loss Clemson's not making it.
Correct.
So I have them as a 1-loss 4 seed. At 3, Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm tooting it. I'm tooting my horn. I'm riding the team. Let's go. I'm having undefeated Oregon as a 3 seed.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. I think we run the back. We'll run that. And then, hey, all it takes is a few plays to go our way in Columbus, and we're 3-0 heading into the Pac-12 play.
Whoa.
That's all I can ask for. I think we have playmakers that'll keep us in games no matter what. So I'm riding with that. CJ Verdell is very pissed off. So, yeah,
Well,
we'll
the
go
real
with that.
question is who do you get in the first round, Oklahoma or Alabama?
Hey, see, that's right. Alabama is the 2 because I think Alabama's going to finish undefeated, right? And Bryce Young is going to play pretty well, but I think they're going to have like hiccups or games or like they'll lose or not lose. Sorry, games where they'll win, but like it's by like I don't know, like 6 to 11 points or like 6 to 10, and like there'll be games where like they're favored by like 35 going into it and stuff. Like I think they're going to have like games that are going to end up closer than they need to be. And you guys are, I think Oklahoma's going to have games where they beat them how they should beat them. Hey, and when you have all these teams fighting for 4 spots, when you win, you got to look good winning.
You gotta have style points.
So that's why I have Oklahoma ahead of them. And then in the championship, I have Oklahoma versus Bama. I couldn't do it. Oregon won't beat Bama. No, I'm not that stupid. I have Oklahoma versus Bama. But I have Bama winning. I forgot to say that.
Wow.
No, sorry. Not because you're an OU guy, but like, I don't know. Every time Bama goes into the Natty, I feel like they're just going to win. So if they're in it, I'm just going to pick them to win at that point.
That is absolutely fair.
But that's going to take a game-winning field goal against Oregon to get there. So we'll get them tired for you. You get yourself your shot.
Thanks for the house.
Chess, not checkers.
We all have Oklahoma and Alabama making it though. That's interesting. To our Heisman finalists,
we're doing 3. Okay.
I have 3.
Okay, that works for me. I don't know. The Heisman's weird. Some years there's like 2, and the next there's like 6.
I have coming in third, Desmond Ridder, quarterback out of Cincinnati. I think they put on a show this year and outperform what expectations are, so I think he'll be there. I have Bryce Young, just based on the fact I think Bama's going to go undefeated, and if Bama goes undefeated, the quarterback that's making $1 million has to be in New York for the fucking Heisman. Like, come on. And he's going to be cool, so he's going to have that appeal to be Heisman. But then number 1, it's got to be Spencer Rattler. He's the Heisman favorite. He's going to probably lead the most powerful offense in college football. So even though I do think we'll be much more balanced, I think we'll run it a lot more. I think he'll get his like 350 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Is that your order of finish as well, or is that just your finalists?
That's my order of finish as well.
Okay. Interesting.
Tim, you got anything for this?
Yeah, I got a Rattler, reasons you said. DJ, I think he'll have a good year, and they'll probably be there. And then I have Penix from Indiana. I think he'll put up numbers, and I think if Indiana does well again, and it's kind of hanging around, I wonder. I don't know what week they play Ohio State, if they play Ohio State this year, but I could see that being they play them October, so October 23rd. So that's a decent ways into the season, and I could see them being sneaky good. And if he wins that and they have a good year and they run the table or something, who knows? He could definitely get like sympathy votes.
Yeah, I think I think the Heisman finalists, there's always one guy who's just in there because his team did really well and outperformed what they should have done. And I mean, I have Desmond Ridder, you have Michael Penix. Like, I could see either. I could see it. Stott, what do you think?
All right. So in this scenario, right, I'm imagining if Oregon's third in the nation, pretty damn good. So if we're having that type of season, I'm putting Kayvon Thibodeau as the defensive representation in New York at 3. I think if we're third in the nation and we're undefeated, I think he's probably been having a pretty good damn year. So I'm just going to go off that. And then at 2, I have Spencer Rattler. I think he's going to finish second for the Heisman because at first I have my boy, DJU. Even though Oklahoma will be undefeated and Clemson will be 1 loss, I think DJU is going to put up like video game numbers, like 450, like 6 touchdowns just on repeat.
All I'm gonna say is I'm gonna be pissed if Oklahoma loses in the Natty and Rattler gets second in the Heisman.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd be pretty mad. But yeah, we've gone through.
I kind of wish there was like games tomorrow now.
I know. Illinois plays on Saturday. Definitely hit that spread. UCLA.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson making his case for Pac-12 quarterback. Trust me, you heard it here first.
Who do they open with? They play
Hawaii.
That'll be fun to watch. You know it'll be like 70-63.
Oh, yeah. Bet the over in that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, but on that note, this is a late night pod. I don't know if the audience will be able to tell if we're a little tired in this, but we're a little tired, I think. Yeah, pod after dark.
Pod after dark, baby.
It's like the one Love Island episode that's on Paramount Plus.
I watched those.
Of course you did. I know you did. You're stod. You should have hooked us up with the login.
I don't even know it anymore.
Whatever. Fake news. We got to get out of here. We got to go to bed. That's what I was alluding to. So,
yeah.
Like I said earlier, follow the Tanner Wilkenson podcast on Instagram. We're
welcome
doing
back
cool
to class,
graphics.
lads.
Yeah, welcome back to class. First day of class. Make sure you guys took your first day of class pictures. Your mom will love that. Send it to her. But yeah, that's all I got. You guys got anything as we head out?
Nah.
All right. High energy. I love it. Love it, boys. All right. I'll see y'all.